Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot and we are back playing Game of Thrones. We have just told Lord Whitehill where to shove it, you know, bye-bye. Kind of went for the slightly aggressive route, but that's okay, that's a fun way of doing it. I feel that's how I'd like to
I
react.
was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
I am not a fan of Ramsay Snow, by the by. Not a fan one. To explain for people who don't watch the show, etc., Snow isn't a family nickname
Your
or
sister
name.
can help us.
Snow is...
Although just a handmaiden, she has Margaery Tyrell's favor. And Lady Margaery's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
If you're a bastard child, you're a Snow, basically. And Margaery is the most beautiful woman in the entire world in the show. My love, her name is Natalie Dorman, I believe, and it breaks my heart how beautiful she is. She's not even stunningly beautiful, she's more quirky.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him.
Oh, I love her.
What a strange place, Essos.
So much love. Too much love. It's creepy, it really is. It's too much. I can't stand it. Margaery Tyrell.
Much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Margaery has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
That's no way to finish the letter, is it? Bloody hell.
Ethan made this for me.
Okay, so to clarify, there's three main characters, as far as I know, who are going to kind of base this game around. There's this lass down in King's Landing.
It was very kind of Lady Margaery to give this to me.
Sister of Ethan
It
and that
once
lot.
belonged to Lady Olenna.
Lady Olenna is Margaery's mother. Grandmother? Grandmother. Mother? Oh god, I can't remember. One of the two. Probably doesn't matter. And there's Ethan and there's Garrett. So we've got the wall, we've got up.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider.
Got up with the Foresters, and then we've got
from
King's
Roderick.
Landing. It's a nice mix. We're kind of all around the continent, you know?
I hope to see them all someday.
Nope, they're all going to die. It's Game of Thrones, that's how it works. Just as a general warning, don't get too attached to people.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
In the north? It's never sunny in the north. King in the north is dead, but still.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Margaery to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Hello? See, they look fine here. It's quite, actually, like character model-wise, looks great. And up close, it becomes very strange looking. Everything's got this weird, fuzzy
One moment.
thing.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
What is he doing?
Begging your pardon, milady, but you alright?
Oh, it's coal. Okay.
If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Margaery will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Just tip the bucket, lad. Tip the bucket. Buckets have been designed for tipping.
Work for Lady Margaery? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
It's widely known that I work for Lady Margaery.
I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Margaery just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Maybe I should have a coal boy. I need coal. Ah.
Lady Margaery, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Not quite as attractive in the game, it must be said. It's not surprising, really, but it is disappointing.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north, whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
And then stab her in the face, because I hate her. I hate her so much.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
I hate her so much, and I love Margaery so much. Not just because of the low-cut tops. Though it helps.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
That's how things get done in King's Landing, yo.
Good luck.
Thank you, nameless woman. Thank you. I'll give you a name. Your name shall be... Poppet. Oh, the Iron Throne. And Tyrion! Hooray!
You can do this.
I know, I can do anything. I'm amazing. It seems to have... It's definitely gone away from the Wolf Among Us style of action gameplay. It's far more, I'm going to walk slowly in directions and then talk to people.
Ah, Lady Margaery. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
I must please the Queen.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
She looks so much like a frog.
Is your family loyal to the king?
Ah, it's terrifying. Why is she a
Perhaps
frog?
you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. I take it this is the kind of loyalty the king can expect from you. If you have any loyalty at all.
Quite frog.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent, and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions, while in fact saying nothing at all.
Thank you.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
That may have been a
I see.
mistake.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the wall? Our dear Margaery here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Margaery. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
Marjorie, I'm lying.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging.
I would be quite frog.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Marjorie,
Of course, Your Grace.
Marjorie, I'm supporting you. I did what you told me to do. What more do you want from me? Ah! God damn it, Marjorie.
I'll walk you out.
Thanks, Tyrion.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Margaery was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression.
I did it for Lady Margaery.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your Ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure Ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Margaery might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
Huh?
It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it.
I'm not sure what I just... Why would it be
Now,
dangerous?
if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight.
Okay.
3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already. Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
I'm not sure what I've just done. Don't know why securing the Ironwood from Forrester to here would be dangerous. Surely that's a good thing. Surely that's what I wanted. There's like an alliance on the go, you know?
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now.
Must have been
Lady
love.
Margaery has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding.
But it's over
Of course,
now.
you and I are seated way at the back. Here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper.
Oh no.
I'm told he has a paramour.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard.
Oh
Perhaps Lady Margaery could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Margaery well.
I don't want to be queen no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen? You northerners. You'd make a perfect scepter. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
So kind.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match. Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well? Sarah?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes.
Telling me.
There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen. Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Alright, settle down.
Do you agree?
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Do it. YOLO.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her. Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow.
The bastard.
What would you have me do?
Quite literally.
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Sad quietness, that'll help. Look how sad I look.
Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
She's a good lass, isn't she? Splendid. Seems like a bloody good time to end it, doesn't it? Thank you very much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to stick around for the rest of episode 1 of Game of Thrones by Telltale Games. Cheers, much love, bye-bye.